Well, hello there guys and girls, good morning and welcome to Draw With Mikey 85. This is the super casual midweek series where we talk about whatever, so spoiler alert, swear word alert, I get whatever artwork done I need to. Maybe I'm filling in a sketchbook or playing with ideas online on Twitch. Maybe you guys are getting your own artwork and projects done in the background. And of course, it's my opportunity to catch up with you lot by reading through the comment section, seeing what's going on and answering any questions you might have. So if you've got something to say, get yourself in the comments section for next week around. In the background, on Twitch the other day, we were playing around with... Now, I did promise that I wasn't going to do any more Chan characters. Like, we did Earth Chan and Ugandan Knuckles Chan, we need to stop. But I did do Thanos Chan as well. We're just doing a warm-up, and then in the chat on Twitch, we just decided to make it a thing, and then we did some Mikey the Gathering test run illustrations as well. So what you're probably going to see is an absolute mess in the background, but you know, that's just what I've been up to. What, however, have you guys been up to? Azrael in the comment section says, I see my favourite YouTuber is at it again. Azrael, thank you very much. Number one, eh? Wow, I'm really pleased, that's very kind. And Ghost Raid says, can you do a tutorial about the face features and hairstyle ideas? I'd really appreciate it. Yes, I can. Now I've got... I'm actually using a completely different setup today, by the way, guys. So things might sound audio or production-wise a little bit different. I don't know, I'm just having a practice run. I'm actually using a tablet to record today with a little tiny USB keyboard, and I'm somewhere else. So this tablet, I have to like touch the screen to go through the tabs, so I'm a little bit slower at what I'm up to. So you don't just want a hair tutorial, you want a hairstyles tutorial. Add it to the list and I'll have a think about it, like just a range of different options over a face and stuff. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Be Packed PD says, nice, finally. Oh, thank you very much, Be Packed. Last week we did do some soft tone studies, that's what I was working on, and that was kind of partially to answer somebody else's question from the week before, just to show my process on that, and also because I'm always kind of slightly investigating what my art style is, and it's always ever so slightly changing up or kind of going into a different direction, then I have to pull it back because I want to try something else, which is kind of why it's always all over the place. You get a different box every single month. That'll be it. Mikey box. Mikey through your door monthly. It's terrible. Don't buy it. Whatever's Art says, early squad, have a sip of tea. Yeah, well, actually, I've got a... By the way, guys, get yourself a cup of tea or coffee. That's my recommendation all the time. And also, if I do sound tired, in my defence, it's early and I'm really, really tired. What are you saying? So, hey there, Mikey. Hello there, whatever's Art. I wish my art could have the same appeal as yours. Oh, thank you very much. You'll find it, don't worry. I've been drawing for a while and I just started an art channel. Congratulations. What has been the toughest thing you have dealt with whilst working with YouTube? Also, I feel bothered about how well Sakimi-chan can draw. She's really chill though. I really need to grow past her an art germ. Whatever's Art. Yeah, so loads of questions there. Sakimi-chan is an incredible artist. I'd love to have her talents and levels. And, like, I know the passion's in the art, absolutely, but I'm pretty sure that girl is raking it in from her work. I'm so jelly. Like, she deserves it, but I'm proper jelly as well, which is absolutely fantastic. It's good to have people where you look at their work and you're just like, okay, I need to up my own game a little bit. Good to hear she's chill. I've never really kind of investigated any interviews with her and stuff like that. I just follow her art. What has been the toughest thing, though, whilst working with YouTube? I feel already this is going to be one of those long answers. I'd say whatever's Art, and you've probably... If you kind of follow YouTubers regularly instead of being like a casual person who pops in and pops out, I'd say YouTube is famous for being very, very uncommunicative about its rules and guidelines for what you can and can't put in videos, and equally uncommunicative if they're just gonna like shut down stuff or delete your videos casually, which is a pain. I get a bit more support. I can email people now because my channel is bigger, but if you're a smaller channel, I'm not gonna lie about it, you are a bit fucked. Like if YouTube decides they don't like you, they're not gonna tell you why. Their rules are fucking inconsistent as well. Their rules that they put down apply to some people, not others. It really does depend. So that is a very frustrating thing. But bear in mind, other than that, it's great. It's an excellent platform to kind of meet an audience if you like to produce stuff. There's that, and you make very, very little YouTube money. All of my support comes from Patreon, really. So it's tough to kind of make it a lifestyle if you haven't got loads of other things I'd suggest going on. So that's really the challenge. Growing the channel, if you're a smaller person, growing your channel is probably going to be like your main focus at the moment and a real pain, but as long as you're doing what you love and you keep those regular uploads going, I reckon you're going to be okay. Cesar Rodriguez says, Me senti violado con esa mirada. I Don't know what any of that means, but merci beaucoup. Or no, I should say obrigado. Or thanks. I'm just going to try to, because I'm on this tablet, right? Normally I'd be like, I'm just going to throw this into Google Translate and have a look. I have to like highlight this really weirdly with my finger and it's not behaving. Can I copy that? Oh, wait. By the way, guys, I do disclaim this all the time. This is the least copy, there we go, professional series on the channel. Like on Wednesdays and or Thursdays if I'm late. This is just an unedited chill out session whilst I'm drawing in the background. Which is a nice way for me to catch up with you guys. But now it's even worse because I'm copied this. I'm just touching this tablet screen trying to get... You're going to see a tablet review from me soon. Trying to get this new tab to fucking come open. Fuck it. Cesar Rodriguez, thank you for your comment, but I can't fucking even get my... Oh, because it's going really weird. Thank you, Caesar. We're going to come back to that later. No, we're not. I'm going to forget. Mervyn Ali says, fantastic job, Mikey. Thank you very much, Mervyn Ali. It's in reference again to the soft tone studies last time. And Anima RT says, do you ever sketch in a ballpoint pen since you're so talented? Anima, I'm not that talented. You are very too kind. And not so much now, but I used to a lot in my last office job. I used to sit there with a pen. Ballpoint pens actually... Like a blue biro, you can get some really nice sketches out of that if you want to, because you can get really quick strokes out of a biro and not much ink comes out, and you can really sit there and just roll a ball into the paper and get like some really dark, vivid areas come out as well. And if you take all of your blue sketches home from a day at work because you're not really doing the job they pay you to do, you're drawing on the side, you can kind of then use that as a background maybe for some other artwork. I do often find if I'm stuck in an office job, that is when I'm at my most creative, sadly. And I'm just like, I want to do this idea, I want to follow this passion. So I sketch out like rough sketches and ideas, and then I take all the bits home at the end of the day and try to kind of see if I can actually build on them from there. But yeah, biros are actually, like, there's probably professional biro artists out there who make it like, not a gimmick, but their actual thing, which I haven't done. But no, you can get plenty of good drawing out of a biro actually if you keep it light and sketchy. Don't sit there with really hard lines. Keep it really light and build up your image, and yeah, you can make things happen. Ryder2KX says DWM. Yes, it is back. The week before last, there was a week's hiatus. I do apologise. But as I keep saying, as right now, I basically like had the notice that I've got to sell the house I'm living in. Or at least it's going to be sold, because I live in my mum's house because I stayed with her to kind of look after her when she was in care. Now she's in a care home. Unfortunately, like when you've got Alzheimer's and you're in a care home, you're not like protected at all. So she has to pay all these care home fees, and I'm not protected as her son. So like, even though I live here in a house, I get evicted, and like I don't inherit like the property anymore. The house gets sold, which sucks. But it does also mean basically my uploads are all over the place at the moment. Like sometimes I skip a few days, I have to just drop something because I basically have to just sell as much as I can in this house before I have to go this summer and find a new place to live. Exciting times, which is a little bit why I'm testing out, can I YouTube from a tablet device, which is what I'm playing about with right now. So if you hear me faffing in the background, just assume it's a delicious insight into Mikey's investigative lifestyle. Oh my god, look at this name. Equest Eventos Circassus says, you should really try Red Rose Tea. Also try Beats Antique. It's a band put together to make music for specific belly dancers. The cover art is amazing, usually. Ooh, Equest. Oh, good suggestions. I do like your suggestions. Whenever I steal from any of you guys, you've got some good knowledge. Red Rose Tea. I could put that on a list. I'm a little bit... as mentioned, I'm a big fan of tea and coffee. He says, trying to wake up, sipping said coffee. I'm a little bit hesitant around teas which smell stronger than they taste. Like, I've had people just be like, try this tea, and like you smell the cup, and God knows what was in that little packet. It's an organic hemp sack full of berries and twigs, and like your cup's like some really weird colour, but it smells glorious. And then you sip it, and it just tastes like hot water with a very, very faint taste of twigs in the background. So I'll put Red Rose Tea on the list, but we'll see how we go. You know what, let's open a second notepad on here. Yeah, this is a much better way. Red Rose Tea. Investigate. Anyway, Joel says, hope the house issues are going smoother for you. Stay strong, Mikey. Joel. This is always the way. Whenever we talk about a topic, then the next like few comments down I read is actually about that topic. Thank you very much, Joel. That's very kind of you. Oh yeah, no, you got to stay strong. It just sucks. And then once this summer is over, I'm going to be like, oh, I quite would have liked to have had, a house and a comfortable future and stuff like that. But what you're going to do, you've just got to, suck it in, build a bridge, get over it, and fucking get on with your life. You can moan and mope about it all the time. And I've had my opportunity to do that a long, long time ago when my mum went into care and it all went a bit tits up. But now it's just some shit that I've got to get out of the way, and then I can continue living my life. Anyway, Joel, you say that as an artist, I know that finished... an artist that I know finished making his shonen action parody comic a while ago. His art is pretty damn good. It has fun fights and some of the gags are really funny. One is extremely funny. Also, it's pretty short and easy to read. You've given me a link. Let's hold this link for ages and then it'll open into a new tab. Okay, got it. Oh, action comedy by Jinx. Is that who it is? Carl Fast? Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna leave that tab open for later investigation. I'm actually terrified of clicking stuff. It's just going to make loud noises on this thing. Haven't quite got used to it. Doma Drawing says first. Oh, thank you very much. You must be on the notification squad in that case to kind of pop in from previous videos. And Crob the Great One says, hey Mikey. Hello Crob. Great drawing as always. Thank you very much, good sir. You're probably not a big fan of Thanos Chan this time around then. I missed your stream on Twitch yesterday because I had to go to class, but I'll definitely try to catch it next time. No worries, dude. Live your life. Also, I've been wanting to upload my drawings to YouTube, but I've been so lost on how to start. I was wondering if you could do a video explaining how do you record your drawings with your phone, edit it into a time-lapse on a computer software, and how you find the music to put in your videos as well. Basically, the whole video creation process. I tried looking for videos on YouTube explaining this, but I couldn't find any good ones. Crob the Great One! Dude, that's a great suggestion. Most of my suggestions or requests are all like, teach us how to do this, or let's draw that, or have you seen this artist? Tutorial on how I actually make time-lapse videos. Yeah, happily share that. And I'll kind of, like you say, explain how I did it with the phone. Because when I started the old YouTube, you lovely people, if any of you guys are new, you probably... actually, I was going to say, you probably think I've had this professional standard all the time, but there is no professional standard here. When I started YouTubing and doing drawing videos, Crob the Great One is absolutely spot on. I had no microphone equipment, no setup, nothing. I had a Samsung Galaxy Note 2, a really old smartphone, and I hung it on a coat hanger over my desk, and I just recorded all of my artwork on there. All of my audio was just for phone microphone, and I made videos there. So don't wait for good equipment, guys. If you're feeling juicy and creative, go for it. And then over the years, saved up them pennies, got a microphone, little things like that. How I make time-lapse video, explain how I did it with a phone. I really like that idea, dude. I think people might find that useful, which is great. Plus, a few tips that might help, like getting a white light bulb. Yeah, white light, everybody. Where the luminance of the light bulb is white, like this, or whiter, as opposed to being orange. That actually helps loads as well, just making it really clear in a camera, even if the camera's not that great. Nice. Anyway, Smit says, draw some Arab girls, but do as part of your real-life drawing project, like in this video. I really like your work. Smit, yeah. So I've done like a very loose tutorial on like an Arab style of character that you might want to import into anime, but certainly not in terms of real soft studies. Soft study. Various. Let's put various cultures. Let's go around the world, including Arabs. I like it. And also, you continue on to say that, Mikey, if you do want some cool animation movies to get recommended, I find English subs... Wait, what? Mikey, if you want to watch some cool animation movie, I recommend Edit an Eye. Oh, I see. Okay, I thought like you just got mental. Edit an Eye. If you can find the English subtitled version, it's in a Serbian language and it's a sci-fi. Oh my god, that's nice. Normally I copy paste suggestions, but because I can't quite do that on this and open a different tab, I'm just going to type it onto my notepad. Edit and Eye. Serbian animations. Excellent. Thank you very much, dude. I will steal those ideas. Meg Blaze, how you doing, Meg? Says, yes, Mikey, keep it up, man. UK for life. Meg, you're always saying UK for life. It's your chant. Let's talk about the faces that you've pulled during your live stream when somebody subscribed to you. It's hilarious. Oh, God. Yeah. So, like, as you can see right now, in the time-lapse footage on this particular video that I'm using, you can see that my face is up in the corner, and every now and then, like, some different graphics come up. That is, of course, because I did what we're currently working on live on Twitch in a live stream. So do come hang out on there sometimes if you ever want to. But yeah, like, some of my alerts are really loud in my headphones. So when somebody subscribes or, like, donates and stuff, like, it freaks me out a little bit. Yeah. Meg continues, why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running? Alliance Potato says, hi. Hello, Alliance Potato. Thanks for commenting. And Hamongchi Lee says, hey, Mikey. Hello there, dude. Yes, I am the same Patreon supporter. Excellent. But a comment on Arthur Adams was just to remind myself to remind you about an art study. But I think you'll like this piece that I'm working on right now. It has Harley Quinn wearing her sexy outfit. You have my attention. Gesturing a heart with her hands, and behind her I plan on drawing another Harley Quinn as well, wearing the old school outfit. Hashtag hardcore crew. Mate, that sounds fucking awesome. Never mind, I just finished it about 4 hours later. Oh, you've come back and edited your own comment and linked to your Instagram. Okay, let's... Come on, turn this... Brilliant, got it. Dude, very, very nice. I like it, I like it. I like how the old school outfit, you got a bit of ass, and then new school outfit, you got a bit of heart over the boob. Excellent. I like the composition on it. It's very cool. Nice work, good sir. Nice work. Kale Cross says, man, this is so amazing. People trying to evolve in art don't need to take art classes. They need you. Keep it on. Oh, Gail Cross, you absolute charmer. Thank you very much. I mean, you can take an art class if you like. Some people respond really well to that. I'm just going to sip this coffee. I can feel myself waking up a little bit. But do you know when you're so tired, your stomach feels like desperately empty as well and you're just low energy? Delicious coffee helps. Dude. Thank you, that's really kind words. But everybody learns in a different way. Some people get, I think, a lot out of an art class. Some people don't like that structure, and some people get a lot more out of just casual videos like I make, where you can just kind of pick and choose stuff. Experiment is the key. Find out what learning methods are best for you. Don't be scared to drop something for something else. Don't be scared to commit to something if you really want to get a particular talent or standard. But thank you very much, Gail. Everybody's welcome over this channel as well if you want to play around with drawing stuff or kind of learn to do some bits. I don't know everything. I'm just another bloke who is learning things about drawing myself. I've got some basics down, but I don't know everything, and it is like a learning curve for pretty much everybody in a process, which is kind of why it's so easy to get passionate about it and really get sucked in. Jesus Crust Jesus Crust says, can you do a tutorial on 80s anime hair? I think Legend of the Galactic Heroes. I've personally not watched it yet, but I love the hairstyle. Jesus Crust, I know exactly what you're talking about. Well, for Galactic Heroes. Also, I think you're thinking of stuff like is it Legend of Lemnir or Lensman, Secret of the Disc, stuff like that? Yeah, that older 80s style, especially when Cyberpunk was really kicking in and it was seeping into weird fantasy animes as well, was like a real particular high point. Really, really beautiful stuff. It is the same kind of generation of anime, though, that came up with stuff like Urotsuki Doji and stuff like that. So, you know, the full spectrum is there at any point. Kawaii Cookie says, oh my god, Mikey, I love the drawing. Thank you very much, Kawaii Cookie, and thank you for the advice. But that's why I'm not here. You see, I love to draw a lot for my crush. I want to create something super pretty and cute for his birthday, but I keep forgetting the tricks to drawing human figures and my bodies look really, really weird. He loves my art, but yes, I want to make it even more special so he'll love it even more. Comfy emotes go here. Dude, well, yeah, I hope you get the skills up. I have recently... Oh, in fact, no, it's on screen. What I looked at, you'll probably see at some point we get their Instagram up. I was looking at a particular artist called Kenron Toqueen, who does these really cute girls. And I was just using him as a little bit of an influence to kind of figure out the Thanos character. And he said Genos then. And his style is like really big hips, big boobs, love that, great curves on a character. But has this kind of like, I don't know how to put it, like a dumpling square jawline, which comes across as super, super cute in his art style. So, Kawaii Cookie, I'd say, don't stress about getting too real, but maybe look at someone like Kenron Toqueen. I don't know how to say it. Kenron Toqueen and their work. And that might help you kind of just... I mean, it's mostly female figures he does, but in terms of the curve of the shape of a face and getting it cute, might like something like that. Who knows? Just going to have a little burp over here, excuse me. This is what happens when you talk solidly whilst still drinking your coffee. Snowblind Otter says, I like listening to metal, swing or glitch mob whilst I'm drawing, and when I'm not listening to your DWMs in the background. Oh, thank you. Swing music helps me get into the feel for using my watercolour paints, and some artists that you should check out are Camilla Dorico, Alfonso Azapiria, who is passed away by the looks of things, that's sad, and I draw a huge amount of inspiration from them myself. I think you'd like their stuff. And speaking of art, do you think you'd ever do any anthropomorphic type stuff? Read more. Not quite furry, but just anthro fantasy artwork type character design. It's a pretty fun genre to draw in, a lot of room for creativity. Excellent. And you've also got an example to your thing. And let's have a quick look in a new tab. I don't usually review people's artwork when we do the DWM episodes because it does take away from me being able to read through as many of your comments as possible. But I'm happy to have a look right now, simply because I'm trying to work out how to use this tablet. Dude, Aska, Nerve, almost a bit of boob, almost not safe for work, but it's fine, it's just etchy. I like it. Really colourful as well. And you've got a good understanding of where the highlights go on the hair. Excellent stuff. That's very good work, good sir. I'm actually quite impressed. Anthropomorphic type stuff, yes and no. So I've done some Pokemon girl pictures, as in they're like, is it Gajinka? Is that what you call it when it's not furry? Which was kind of an exploration really. And I do know what you mean. This is what I was talking about, gender swapping characters, I think, the other week, where the reason why I quite like doing it is because you actually have to explore some new ideas with characters you already know and hopefully love. So doing that in a very similar way, but turning them into, is it fursonas or animal personas? I forget the term. Does involve a bit of creativity, which I can absolutely understand gets juices flowing. I don't know if my channel's a very furry channel. Let's just sip this. Obviously not against it, but it's not one of my personal passions or things I like to follow in the artwork. But never say never. I'll probably go in and dip my toe in the water at some point, just out of sheer curiosity. MTO Artificial says, Jordan Persegatti uses Copics and coloured pencils, if I remember right, but his channel's about him reading creepypastas and doing an art piece related to it, but his stuff's pretty amazing, and it's only an offence if they catch you. Oh my god. Okay, great. So let's get these suggestions down from both MTO and Snowblind Otter. Sorry again. Can I just bear with, guys? I'm just going to try to do another copy paste and see if I have to just type it out. It's because I haven't got a mouse, so I'm trying to touch this screen. I think I need a mouse to plug in if I'm going to try this tablet again in the future. Oh, I really want to steal your suggestions out. Okay, bear with. I'm just typing it out. Talk amongst yourselves if you're working in the background, or maybe you're getting your own artwork done. Whilst I do type this, what the devil are you working on? You at home! There. Maybe you're just on a train listening to this in your headphones, which is fine. Maybe you're doing some artwork in the background, working on some creative projects. I always want to hear what you're up to, especially if you're making stuff. And even if you're not, I don't care. This doesn't have to be an art-themed chat in here. We can talk about anything. That's the whole point. It's completely off the cuff. Okay, so I've got your Snowblind ones typed out. Jordan Persegatti as well. God damn it, technology. Excellent. Thank you. Ethan Lee says, is this a Jesus? Is that a Jesus? What I'm thinking of is Film Cow, where the investigative elephant, I can't remember his name, gets back to Charlesworth Manor, where all the mystery and adventure began. Who would have thought the clues that led me to Mumbai and India and the furthest east, and yet we're back here to find the gem. And so it's like this investigative elephant, but there's just a guy there, and this guy's just like, what is that? Is that a weapon? Because he's holding like a magnifying glass. Is that a fucking weapon? And he just shoots the elephant. I know none of this makes any sense to you guys, but if you watch Film Cow, it's fucking hilarious, trust me. I just don't sell it very well. So when you're saying is this a Jesus? I'm just like, is this a Jesus? Anyway, what you're referring to, God, I do apologise, I mustn't sidetrack, otherwise I don't get to read all your comments. What he's referring to is in the last soft tone study picture that I did in the last EWM, I did just stick a halo in the background, and I did it simply because the colour tone, I think, just worked in that soft palette quite nicely, in a slightly different change of texture. But every time I've done another soft tone study, I made the values a little bit stronger in another piece. But again, I just stuck a halo on them because I was just like, yeah, I quite like that. So you might see halos in non-halo worthy characters, but I do. It's just from time to time. Colby Senior says, hey, another DWM. Been too long since I've watched one. Well, Colby, welcome back. Thank you very much. And I need to tag along again since I'm in the sketchbook. Yeah, you do need to tag along. If you're asking me questions in the comment section, and I'm answering those questions next time round, or we're having a chat and a little read through what you got to say, you got to keep up, bro. You gotta. Actually, you don't have to. I'm never going to tell other people how to live their lives as long as they're not, getting in the way of me living mine. Do what you want. But you are absolutely welcome here, all of you. John Ortega says, what happened? What? I don't know, John. I don't know how to reference your question. I don't know what the context is. Lots of things happened, John. And Ronald H. Campos says, good man, as usual, your art is so inspiring. Thank you very much, Ronald. I'm glad you liked me kind of investigating a slightly different style out of what I usually do. Culture Tyrant 95 says, hi Mikey. Hello Culture Tyrant. Could you do a tutorial on blind characters? I find it difficult to draw them if the character itself can't see. How do you give them expressions? Ooh, Culture Tyrant. I like the idea. Blind characters and how they express. But I don't know my stuff in that regard. I don't know. I don't have like any blind friends or something like that. I'm not complaining. I'm not going to go around and like stab one of my friends in the eyes just to make up for it. But in terms of that, yeah, when people can't see, or if they're born blind, and bear in mind, I don't know my stuff here, so I'm kind of imagining why this probably makes sense. But if you're born blind, I suspect that you don't learn all of the deep ingrained subconscious cultural stuff about different facial expressions to kind of like relate to what you're communicating to other people about, because a huge part of communication is visual, obviously, or body language. So maybe blind characters who've not been able to see at some point in their life don't have the same structural expression patterns. How do their eyes look? What is their focus like? I understand that some blind people can have like facial twitches that they're not aware of and stuff, just because it's like a completely different type of language that they don't use. But I think to kind of dive into that and make a tutorial about it would actually genuinely require some research on my part, because that's not the kind of thing that I'd want to like basically get wrong or misinterpret or missell. But it is an excellent one. I've had a few requests about doing how to draw disabled characters in anime, people who are missing limbs, and a few different different things, like if you had like an anime character that maybe has like a palsy or something like that, how would you kind of draw that? How does that affect how you like get your line work down? And I think that's absolutely great, because I'm all for way more diverse characters in anime. There's nothing worse than there's 100 things worse, don't worry about it. But in terms of the little things in life, one of the things I don't really like in anime is I'm not complaining about anything particular, and it's very rare these days. People are much better. But if you see an anime show and it's like, I don't know, 5 anime schoolgirls, and they've all got the exact same face and the exact same uniform. Oh, but one of them's got their uniform untucked, so they're a quirky character. But really, the only thing that separates them are different haircuts. And if you started swapping the haircuts, they're all the same character, basically. Stuff like that, I'm just like, oh, for fuck's sakes. And I've talked about this ages ago, but the reason why I did some tutorials on how to draw like black characters and Pakistani characters and sort of more Latin characters, not that I know my shit there, but I wanted to have a go at expressing it, is because it's just all the characters in anime, they're just so white. Do you know what I mean? And I get it, like most of it's set in Japan, so that's fine. But whenever you get like a black character, it's usually so unforced out. They are literally just a stereotype. Like, oh, this black fighter over here is really cool because he does a rap, or he does like breakdancing or stuff like that, and he's really into black culture, and you're just kind of like, not everybody, come on. I'll tell you one group that did do it really randomly is in the Hunter x Hunter remake for 2011 stuff, which I'm obviously a massive exponent of. There is a bit after struggling with my memory. After the Chimera Ant arc, there is a bit that leads into a Hunter x Hunter standalone movie, I think, where they just bring up a load of new characters who form a separate committee. And I remember just thinking like, oh, I've never seen you guys before in a manga. What the fuck's going on now? But one of those characters is a black guy, and he's just a clerical guy. He's got some glasses. He's really good at like the committee work. I don't know what happens in the standalone film, because it's like 3 characters that go off and form something else. And I remember just thinking, oh, well done for not making him a fucking breakdancer. And I'm not hating on breakdancers, like I'm actually incredibly jealous of a skill which blows my fucking mind. But yeah, like, you need that. You need more diversity. I want to see more fatter characters in anime. I want to see more disabled characters in anime. All that kind of stuff. Like, not just for the sake of, social justice warrior. Not for the sake of being politically correct. Because that's just as off-putting and unpalatable as seeing just a sea of white faces and stuff like that. Oh my god, am I white-tating? There's only love in my heart, trust me. But yeah, I want to see a mix. I want to see something that just reflects a bit more real life. You know, if you walk around in a day, you see more various people. Oh my god, I've gone on a tangent. Oh, I do apologise. Let's go back to what you're saying. So basically, Culture Tyrant, you've hit upon a very nice topic which requires a lot of thought. It's not something I could casually do, I think, and get away with it. Guilherme Concalves Diaz says, tell you all about it. Okay. I'm always asking you guys to tell me about stuff. You are doing... Actually, I'll just read what you're saying. I'm doing drawings for a game project for my college. Sounds awesome, right? Yeah, it sounds good. Well, it sucks because I'm really not interested in this project. Drawing for it has become a chore. Oh, Guilherme, I'm so... Guillermo? Am I saying that correctly? I'm so sorry, dude. But that is... Okay, so this is a thing. If you're doing it for your studies or you're doing a commission or something like that, it's work, suck it in. Put your head down and do the work, because you're probably getting paid to do someone else's work, or when it's your studies, you have to show that you can take on another project and make it something that you can get behind. And if it's something that you're not passionate about, that is really, really difficult. And in terms of like non-study life, when I see people do commissions that they're not massively into, but they just know they need to make sure the commission's done by a certain deadline, I see the fun getting sucked out of the art for them ever so slightly. So manipulating a brief to turn it into something that you want might be a smart way around it, but yeah, you have to force yourself to engage sometimes with projects that maybe your heart isn't in. As an adult, I get to walk away from that, which is great. As an adult who wants to pay rent and feed himself, sometimes I have to turn around and walk back and do what I've been told. So it is swings and roundabouts, but that's part of life too, seriously. Like, forcing yourself to engage with some projects is exactly what you're just going to continue doing as you grow up. Trust me when I say your best years are behind you. Gus Schoenmaker says, hey, you never mention my comments. Well, Gus, I've caught you now. Mikey, are you going to post some artworks on DeviantArt again, mate? Gus! Funny you should say that. I was thinking the other day about that. I was talking to somebody on Twitch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my DeviantArt and I'm going to delete most of what I've got up there. Simply because... Firstly, I'm never on DeviantArt. I'm really bad, and I haven't been there for ages. I am up for breathing new life into it, but when I went on DeviantArt, I was like, what have I even got here? And it's really, really, really fucking old sketches. And a lot of the sketches are studies, and they're studies of stuff like Rake's artwork. So if you click on a picture, you'll see like a Rake image that I've drawn, and you will see below it, it's me doing a study of Rake's, artwork and stuff like that. But equally, if you just kind of glance at it, it just really doesn't quite sell my artwork and what I'm about. And if you glance at it and don't read the fact that I'm saying that I'm doing studies and practicing, you might just think I'm ripping off other people's art and putting my name on it. So I'm going to probably delete all of the old stuff. I mean, not erase, it's not like a secret. I'll still put it in files and stuff or upload it somewhere. But I do need to kind of maybe refresh that. I'm not going to do it right now in summer whilst everything's up in the air, but it is one of my things maybe a little bit into autumn perhaps. I do like DeviantArt from what I remember. But it's a time thing. Time is always the thing. I need to be Doctor Strange, who has that turn back time stuff. That is a game changer. Victor Ochili says, I laugh so hard when you pronounce my name. It's like, oh, Chili. Oh, I see. But I kind of like Ochi. Now I might have to legally change my name. P.S. Love your art. And you always motivate me to draw. Victor Ochili. I ruin names. I'm sorry. I'm glad you're okay with it. And yeah, dude, this is a thing, right? My videos are all over the place. What I kind of do on YouTube is kind of like the passion thing, which I kind of struggle to make into a lifestyle, but we'll see how we go. But it is that little shit, like, and I get this absolutely from other people's stuff. I watch someone else's stream or someone else's art videos on YouTube, and some stuff can just step you from, I don't really know if I can be bothered today, into thinking, oh, I want to try that. And it's little shit like that that builds up, and it makes a difference to your artwork, your overall talent levels, like your life progression, if we're going to get really big on the whole topic. Love it. Love hearing about stuff like that, dude. Armin Raj says, draw for Buki, Hellish Blizzard from One Punch Man. Yeah, she is on the list. She is on the list. So we've got Tatsumaki the Tornado, and we've got the... Is she called the Hellish Blizzard? Is that her thing? For Buki. Yes. No, I like that idea. We will come back to her. I've seen Rake do a drawing of her. Like, she's been on my list, right? And I saw a Rake stream where he drew Fubuki. Actually, no. He had a drawing of her. I don't know if it was that stream that he did it in, but like he was kind of going through some of his art. And his Fubuki was just so good. And it was just line art as well, but it was so nice. It genuinely, I was just like, no, I'm not going to draw her today. Genuinely put me off, and I did some different type of drawing instead, because I was like, well, that's kind of exactly what I'd like to see, so I'm not going to just copy that, but it was so good. Do love a bit of Rake round here. And Foxy Upload says, percolate. What? Percolate? Is that a different word in a different language? Is that a suggestion? I'm just going to type that into Google. Oh god, this is going to be an FBI thing. Percolate? Meaning? It's Finnish. It means devil in modern Finnish and is used as a rude profanity. Some researchers consider percolate an original name of Ukko, the chief god of the Finnish pagan pantheon, but this view is not shared by all researchers. Oh! Oh! Wait. So there's that, and then I've got other stuff on Wikipedia saying it's related to having mugs, like cups of tea. Well, let's just sip this. And Finnish gods. Okay, so I don't know if that's you just like literally in doing the Finnish version of like, you know, fuck you. Or if you're saying like a brand of mugs I need to investigate, or if you just wanted to say that word because you're really into Finnish gods. In either case, you know, thanks Foxy for popping in. Mark Septipi says, I've never clicked on a Mikey video so fast. Oh, thank you very much and welcome along. And you're also one of the first comments as well. Mike Anthony Gomez says, hey Mikey, hello Mike Anthony. Can you do a video on how to draw a human nose? Yeah, I thought I'd gotten away with it, you know. What I did, I've got this on a different list on the other computer, but I'm just writing it here whilst I'm on this tablet. What I did is I did do a tutorial about mapping the face, and also in particular, keeping an eye on the curvature of the ridge of the nose and how to express that from different angles. Very much in the style of like Ilya Kushinov, you know who I'm talking about. And I was just like, well, I've done a bit of nose mapping in there. I think that's, you know, got away with it because I did a separate tutorial about lips based on your requests. However, that's not satisfied any of you guys, so there will have to be a separate nose tutorial. Thank you very much for reminding me, though. Jericho Cross 97 says, I like to listen to Muse. I recommend that band to anyone. Of course, guys, keep up your suggestions, especially like what kind of music do you listen to when you're working and stuff like that. That's all certainly welcome. Let's just get this over here. Oh my god, because I'm on a tablet, I've only got one screen with no space. I just want to make sure everything's working. You know what, I had a little panic there. Oh my god, I'm not kidding. I had a little panic that I'd just been talking to myself and not recording it. Actual crazy, man. Anyway, yeah, Muse is very powerful with them having to scream to catch your attention. By the way, I'm still waiting on that nose tutorial. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is what I'm talking about. Your comments always come in twos. I really just like how you draw them, but I don't know how. Thank you very much, Jericho Cross, as well. Hashtag Hardcore Crew, hashtag Notification Squad, hashtag Sip of Tea. Bloody love the Hardcore Crew. Okay, nose. Alexicon says, hey Mikey, hello Alexicon. I went on a bit of a hiatus since I started college. Now I'm about to change my setup and try to put out more videos with new variety. Also, I'm pretty sure that my subscribers are all ghosts, so I look forward to the future. I've had my share of troubles, but YouTube has always been very much separate from that. And I wanted to let you know that you were a big inspiration for me. Thank you. Alex Icon? Got it. You're welcome. No problem, dude. Yeah, it's kind of nice. I'd say art in general, or actually a hobby in general, shall we say, whether it's art or YouTubing in general, it is a nice bit of escapism, any hobby you do. Like, if life's giving you troubles, and again, this is one of 100 reasons I fucking love drawing and art and stuff, is it can separate you from that. You get in a zone. It's probably not the same, but it's in a similar field of when you go for a run. Or you go to maybe not the gym so much, but when you go for a run on your own and your mind just kind of goes into the zone and you stop thinking about a lot of shit and you're just thinking about your breathing and you're just looking down the road, it's nice. It kind of takes you away from the slightly wider troubles of the world. But drawing does a really similar thing, I personally find. It helps chill me out, which is like, yeah, a great thing. So if you find that as well, that's great. Welcome back to the world of YouTubing. I hope you kind of, you know, get the ball rolling again and work from there. Tori Graham says, great painting advice. Oh, you're welcome, by the way. I'm trying to teach myself digital painting from a traditional oil painting techniques, and it's not working well yet. Tori Graham. That is really interesting. I So there's a streamer called The One With Bear, and she was a traditional painter. In fact, no, fuck, she still is. Oh no, she's done some digital stuff as well. And she takes a traditional painting approach to digital. So her artwork has a very consistent style. Arguably, some of the magic of digital painting is that you can do stuff that you cannot do with traditional. And if you're going out of your... And by the way, this isn't my opinion, it's just like something to think about. If you're going out of your way with digital painting to make it look like as traditional painting as much as possible, the argument is, well, why don't you just do a traditional painting? And then you won't have to work so hard to kind of fabricate the techniques and stuff. But there's a lot to be said about one way or the other and mixing those techniques. As long as you're learning something in the art world, I think you're going to be okay, dude. Don't stress. Chrissy Payne says, Mikey, did you watch any Weebang 111 or Walking Melons 999 videos? Chrissy Payne, no, I have no idea who or what that is about. Can I open a new tab but make it quiet so that I'm not going to have someone's YouTube intro? Oop, kick off. Let's... Oh, I've got tiny speakers on this actually, it's not too much of an issue. And then can I go back to what you've said and can I highlight... Ooh, I'm getting it to work. Copy? No, copy link text. It's not a fucking link. Just copy... Excuse me. I'm basically showing my age here and being an old man with technology. I'm just moving very slowly. How is that a fucking... No, that's not... I'm not angry at you, by the way. I'm just angry at myself, not quite understanding this. I'm just going to write it down on that notepad file and look it up later. No, I don't follow them. I don't know what they're about. Are they good? Are they art-based? Walking Melons. I can kind of guess what that's about. I like it. I'll have a look, Chrissy Payne. Unless you've like... because I can't quite check it out right now because I can't make it work. But unless you... I hope you're not like just listing up some horribly graphic hentai or something like that. We'll see how we go. Daniel Stockbridge says, hey Mikey, hello Daniel, how's it going man? Love the video, thank you. And I worked on drawing perspectives whilst I was listening. Boobs and breasts are giving me trouble, mate. They're the bane of many a man's life. Since they're soft and round, any tips on figuring out the head height proportions in perspective? I'll have to rewatch your tutorials, and I'm also working on finishing a picture of Ichigo from Darling in the Franxx and some planning sketches for a 3D model for a class. Oh, and you've written a kind of an essay paragraph. The character I'm modelling is named Hot Daddy and he believes himself to be an oven. Any questions this episode? Hot Daddy believes himself to be an oven? What the fuck's that about? I'm really curious. Dude, share that art. I want to see... Well, if you want to. I want to see it. That sounds really weird. Any questions this episode? Are you guys excited for Infinity War? What do you think about Infinity War? What do you think about Marvel in general? Seeing as I'm doing a Thanos picture, and the reason I ask that is tonight I'm off to the 12 o'clock midnight screening with my mate to go see that, which I should probably take a nap in the middle of the day. I'm so tired right now. It's really, really early. So whilst you're listening to this DWM, I might be watching Infinity Wars. Who knows? Maybe that's my question. Do you like Marvel? Any opinions? Anything you want to say? You know, I'm just throwing a topic out there. I really don't mind. Figuring out head height and proportions in perspective. Yeah, that can be a little bit tough. If you're going to do that in perspective, and there's some quite extreme angles, I'd actually say use the box method instead of the circle method. Use the circle method afterwards. So draw like a kind of rectangle, cubish sort of, you know, head shape, a little bit thinner than it is wide, a little bit longer than it is wide. Wait, you know what I mean. Put it in a cube first, then inside that cube use the circle and the line building to map out the jawline and shape of the face. That's what I do. I've been working on a completely different Tsunade image in the background than the one I've just uploaded, which has a bit of perspective low angle in there, where I had to do exactly that. I didn't use all the curves first, I boxed it, then I put the curves in. I found that to be very, very useful. I don't know if that will ever make it into a YouTube video or see the light of day, but it's on topic for what you've just asked, so I might just pursue that a little bit. Anyway, Erickson Acosta says, hi Mikey, me again. Hello there, dude. I just had an idea to make your life easier, he hopes. Why not just draw some tutorials on your live stream? That way you can get the That way you can get the tutorial videos done and you also get the live stream done at the same time. Then use the live stream in the DWM, and maybe you can like do a lot of tutorials in a live stream, like torso, face, arms, and then if you want to read more them into videos, you can edit it as face and arms and tutorials and stuff. That way you get the live streams done and other bits as well. Hashtag draw her with bigger boobs. Hashtag hardcore crew. Eric Acosta. Thank you very much for the suggestion. Yeah and no, I'd say. Like, it is a great idea, but one thing that I never realised before I started streaming, and anyone who streams creative work on Twitch will tell you the same thing, is that the rate at which you work, your progress, is really, really slow. If it takes me an hour to do a drawing in real life on my own, it will take me 2 hours to do it on Twitch, because you're constantly reading comments, constantly going off topic, which is something I'm very used to, constantly talking about whatever to people in the chat. Some new people come into the chat, maybe you're looking at their own artwork. Basically, what you get on screen wouldn't be consistent enough footage for me to make in a tutorial video, and I couldn't sit there and do a 20-minute tutorial video where I talk about the drawing process and just ignore people in the stream in the comments for 20 minutes. It wouldn't make for a good streaming experience for them, even though it might still make an okay tutorial. Also, when I do tutorials, I do like to have no distractions, because they tend to be videos that get quite a lot of views, so I do want to just focus on being as clear, and I'm none of these things, by the way, but it's what I try to aim for. I want to be clear, succinct, easy to understand, easy to follow, and I wouldn't be any of those things. I'd be like I am right now. It would be just off the cuff rambling nonsense if I did it whilst I'm trying to live stream as well. And anyway, what you're watching right now in the background is me live streaming, which I do condense into some of the DWM episodes when I'm doing it. So I do still get a little bit of the 2-for-1. I do get a twofer out of it, Ericsson, but that is an excellent... Oh god, what is it? It's like, not streamlining? Is it streamlining? Like, what do you call people's jobs where they go into a business and they kind of tell you which 30% of the workforce you can fire just to make things a little bit more cost effective? Like one of those things. Oh god, I've completely forgotten the term. Anyway, it doesn't matter, but thank you, dude. Plus Ultra says, sweet, I saw this artwork and I couldn't wait to come home and watch it whilst drawing. Awesome, dude. Can you draw Claire from Claymore in your style? That would be sick. Hashtag hardcore crew, hashtag elite squad. Plus Ultra, I reckon you're probably asking really, really innocently, but Claire from Claymore has been on my to-do list for way, way too long. Pretty much the entirety of 2017, there's been one or two very particular people who have asked me to do Claire from Claymore on almost every single video they've gone in the comment section, and every time I don't do her I feel a little bit more guilty, but Claire from Claymore is definitely on the to-do list. What's really guilty is I've actually started drawing her like 3 or 4 times before. I've got loads of PSD files of half-finished Claires from Claymore that I've just kind of thought, nah, let's try that again. So we do need to come back to that. Oh shit, nobody mentioned my art, your design, I don't want to hear it. Beyond the Cape says, instead of 1 2-hour DWMs a week, perhaps 2 1-hour DWMs a week. Also, here's another podcast recommendation, Fat Man or Batman. Oh, Fat Man on Batman, Kevin Smith's interviews with people involved with the Batman franchise, starting with Paul Dini. Ooh, that does sound like a good recommendation. Oh fuck, let's go into this notepad file. Fat Man on Batman. Oh, Kevin Smith. And YouTube-wise, you might enjoy the Urasada Naoki on Manben videos. Urasada Naoki-san interviews fellow mangaka about their creative processes over videos of them drawing their line art. Beyond the Capes. I didn't know that's who it was, Urasada Naoki, but I know exactly what you're talking about, and I've watched a few of them at least. I fucking love those. When you see... Oh, mate. I could watch a professional artist if they are either a professional at what they do and really passionate about it, or like they really know their shit. It could be quite a lot of topics, and I will happily listen to what they've got to say. If someone is at absolutely top of their field specialist in almost any field of work, I'll probably listen to them because they've been through that field and know stuff. It's really weird. I don't know how to express that, but yeah. I can listen to lots of random shit that's got nothing to do with me if it's really well put across by somebody who knows that life and is really passionate. Anyway, regardless, watching actual really fucking good mangakas, their process and how they create and their experience of the creative process and being a mangaka in general, yeah, I find that shit fascinating. And that's also partly why I think when I was a kid I probably said stuff like, oh, I really want to work in a Japanese manga and stuff like that. I really do not want to work in that industry whatsoever. I want to create manga. You're absolutely damn right. I've got loads of ideas. And I want to produce it and I want people to see it. But I would probably do that solely online. And at best I'd make like, 1 chapter a fortnight, maybe one every 3 weeks. And I'd still have my life and I'd still be happy and I'd still live. And I'd just make it purely online so everyone can get it all around the world, as opposed to trying to hit a publisher's deadline for a magazine publication every week. Those mangakars have no fucking lives. They do not. They get burnt out. It's a fucking... I mean, some of them are amazing and maybe they're the top of their game, and I don't want to like hate on it or anything like that, but that industry actually can really burn you out, and there's been plenty of examples where it's happened, sadly. So yeah, love... How to put it? Something somebody told me once is love the work that you do, not the company that you work for. In that, if you're really passionate about, I don't know, healthcare or something like that, great, do that. But if you work for a private company, that might shut down. They don't care about you. A company doesn't care. A business doesn't care about you. An industry doesn't care about you. People care about you. So the people you work with in a business or people you meet in an industry might matter. But the kind of wider thing of it is it's a bit of a machine. And I kind of get the... again, this disclaimer, this is me building up the image in my head based on what I've learned. So I don't know if this is the way of the land, so to speak. But I do get the kind of vibe that mangakars work really hard, have to churn out their work, they get grind out, it's hours and hours, you get very little downtime, and every week you've got to keep this up, and you probably get like, you know, loads of feedback and stuff from publishers and editors about your work or your deadlines or your line art, which is great. But it also strikes me personally, because I'm a little bit lazy and a little bit more chill, it strikes me personally as a surefire way to hate your own passion. And that's just like, if somebody just took what they loved and had to do it so much that they hated it, that's sad, man. Makes Mikey a shad man. Oh my god, sorry, I've rambled again. How are we doing for time? We're not doing amazing for time. Quick, let's read a couple more comments. Wet Sly says, have you ever thought about doing a study of Rake's work? Love your art and content. Keep it up, man. What did I tell you guys about comments matching up with what we were talking about earlier? Yeah, Wet Sly, I hope you heard earlier, but I have done studies of Rake's work, and I do love Rake. Thank you very much, and I need to take it off DeviantArt. CG1699576400 says, dude, I've made some real-time videos of me drawing with a webcam. What do you use to make them time-lapse? Coffee, not tea here in Australia. Don't worry, dude, that's fine. I've got coffee on as well. By the way, hello from England, dude. Awesome. I love hearing when you guys are in other countries. So yeah, like mentioned a bit earlier, I'm going to make a tutorial video. Great suggestion on how I make my videos in time-lapse. But in terms of just that one question, how do you time-lapse your videos? Dude, not kidding. Windows Movie Maker, that free bit of software that used to come with like Windows 98 computers and stuff like that. Maybe later models, maybe Windows XP. Windows Movie Maker, it's completely free. I think you have to download like a Windows developer pack now because it's not supported. But Windows Movie Maker, I put the video in there and you can time-lapse it up to 64 times speed, which is fucking great. For a free bit of software to do that, it's fantastic. Or you can fork out money, get yourself Vegas Pro, put it into an envelope, speed it up and squeeze it down. Or maybe, is it Adobe? I don't know about Adobe products for video production, but I know there's loads of different options out there. Mevo, it takes a while for it to work. Like, you're going to leave your computer on for ages, but Windows Movie Maker does the trick. Can I read one more comment? I can't just glance at the time. I have to keep pressing these tabs. Yeah, we got a couple more. We got a couple more, guys. Don't worry about it. Mike Manny says, hi, Mikey. Hello, Mike. Absolutely love your drawings. Thank you very much. And I love listening to the DWMs whilst gaming. Oh, awesome, dude. What are you playing? Can you draw Lelouch from Code Geese, please? Thank you very much. Hashtag Hardcore Crew. Hashtag Tape a Sip. Code Geese or Code Gears. I might not be saying that correctly. Fuck, I remember that anime. I never watched more than a couple of episodes, but I remember it. That's the guy who can make anybody do anything once, isn't it? Yeah, Lelouch. Didn't it get 2 series? Code Geese. Yeah, and have we got time for one more? I think we might do. I'm just going for a random scroll now to catch one last comment. Kaiji says, hi Mikey, I was able to finish Brigitte. Watching you draw has helped me a ton. You're welcome. She's on my DeviantArt page. You've helped me learn to shadow and highlight, so keep it up. Thank you very much. Let's open this over here. Dude! Ah, it's really good. I've helped you with this? I'm barely capable of this. I think you've helped yourself, mate. That's really good. Oh, I'm not even kidding, dude. Oh, man. Those proportions are really spot on. Did you trace this? I'm not doubting you. If you've built all this line work up from yourself, dude, that is fucking fantastic. You have skill. Obviously, using a reference is fine. But man, you've got a really strong eye for copying stuff out. Something that I like to think personally is one of my strong points as well, but you've nailed it. I really like that. I'm just keep staring at it because you've really nailed all of the armour as well. Anyway, back we go. Back down to the bottom. And Ballast Fantastic says that you should do an animal or mythical creature as an anatomy and animal study. One of the species could do one species that you can learn from. It would probably be the best for your own learning and study. You are correct, by the way. I need to do animal studies and learn to break those guys down. You are spot on. As to music I've been listening to lately that inspires me, Say Something by Justin Timberlake. And you do great work and are grateful whilst I'm doing my art and other things. Keep up the great work. Valasta Fantastic. Thank you very much for both suggestions, feedback, and good ideas. Animals, landscapes, environments. I've got loads to learn, loads to cover, loads to engage with as well. I do like that. Thank you very much. So yeah, that kind of brings us towards the end of today's episode. I've woken up a little bit. I always do. If I do a recording in the morning, I'm so tired. I've got a little bit of a headache right now. I do need some breakfast. But reading your comments, by the end of the episode, I'm usually feeling really pumped for the rest of the day, so it's always really nice. Let's just make sure this all still works. It does. However, let me just take this opportunity to remind you guys, as I said, YouTube has no money in it. The only reason I'm able to do this and support myself, especially now that I've got to save up for a few fucking challenges, is thanks to the support of the fantastic patrons on Patreon. Loads of people have been popping in these days to, on a lower level, just pop in. Maybe they just want to support me a tiny bit, what they can afford, which I'm grateful for, $1 a month. Even just a one-off and then stop it. And also it gives them an opportunity to get access to all of my artwork and stuff. So if you pop in and donate, and then download all of my art that's been up there for the past year, I don't mind. That's great. Really, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy it. But let me basically say an extra big thank you to those higher end patrons, including, but not limited to, Rob, Matthew G, Mykeru M, Zexo, Drain, Sebastian S, Hugsy, Madcat1381, Turin, Jigsaw Studios, Ryder2KX, The Clamps, Joe R, Kyrie Art, Retriate, Garrett C, Michael S, Trent H, Adam D, Jorgen A, Wes B, Carlos R, Connor M, Raymond B, Julio Felix O, John Hall V, Azek, Simon B, Taylor S, Artorius 777, Live on Kill, Icy Dotori, Yendrick H, Rory A, Homongchi L, Thomas C, Angry H, Johnny Y, Ollie, Brownie Wars, Garrett, Cogleaf, Christian L, Minion 715, ICZ, Nbag, Adam T, Zahaki, Rombly, and Kurt D. I'm getting quite good at reading those quite speedily. You higher end patrons, a lot of you have just been sticking with me for months and months, and I really do appreciate that because I'm getting really good at reading your names at the end of the episodes. If you're ever curious about Patreon, pop on over. It's always a pleasure to have you. It's how I eat my food. Not that it's like a hard sell. If you're just watching these videos and giving it a like and stuff like that, that actually really helps me out. So thank you everybody who's listened. If you are still here at the end of this video, you may not know it, but that makes you the hashtag hardcore crew, someone who's followed in. So get yourself a can of Coke or have a sip of tea. But most importantly of all, I hope you have a bloody lovely week. Any questions or comments you've got, get them into the comment section below, especially if I've missed what you have to say, because we don't usually have time to catch all of them, sadly. Paste it again, and hopefully I'll catch it next week around. So you guys, what do you think about Marvel in general? Are you excited about Infinity War? I've just remembered to add that question at the end. Well done. And have a bloody lovely week. Take care.